Hello. All right, we got our work cut out for us. Okay, thank you for the 20 months. I appreciate that long time, man. What's up? Fighting old guildmate. Our defense did some decent work. I did pre-play 1. I did Jabba, NS. I did it because it could be a long fight, but then I ended up killing in like a minute and a half. I was like, slightly counterproductive, actually. What we got? We got Ray Ezra. Okay, not the worrisome 6. Yeah, my entire approach to the top wall is going to be determined by what's back wall, I think. Was that Trench Dengar? That I respect. That's actually like... I doubt we can step a little bit. Ooh, full clear. It had happened sometime. They're showing fairly light right now, so that's not to say there's nothing back wall, but it would not surprise me if it's a little bit restrained. Like, maybe it's an Ahsoka. Okay. Bonus turn... I think mostly we're just going for vulnerable and Ray. What kind of cheat code through the CA6? They do drop the heal block on EP. I think it's probably correct. See, Ezra's dodge makes it a little bit tricky. I think we should go for second special first and then go for vulnerable. We got a double crit. After already using Circular Array? Weird. Well, that's tragic for them. Now it's doing its job. We've got 2 shock, but we don't need any health heal. She does not have ult yet. Maybe we do this just for healing plus Ben stun through... Okay. She's going into ult, so we grab the lock debuffs. And then we wait. Wait, but also I need to let her go so I can actually get the Inspired off. Like, we got the lock debuff, so she's guaranteed to be not a problem. But it doesn't mean we need to give her more for free. Hello. Just kidding, apparently. Oh, the Ufu bonus turns. Holy shit. That was fucking clean. And totally meant to do that on purpose. Uh-huh. I'm not gonna check. Just hopefully it's high enough. No Gar counterattacks. Prime. Prime. Who? He. Okay, I don't know if the nuke can be counterattacked. So that I cannot speak to. You just put the Zeta on today? Holy shit. Look at a fake fan over here. Okay, I don't even know if this is even worth using, because it's probably the same amount of clicks to replace. I think I use something like this. I remember having some crit damage. This is Phalanx, right? Yeah. Oh, are you just saying like all Zetas in the entire roster? I thought you meant Garza. Every Zeta including Gar. Wait, so you... Oh, I was right. You are a fake fan. Damn. Please no death mark. We dodged it. Generator sniped. Unfortunate timing. Oh! Please. Get me the fuck out of here. Okay, I don't know if I should be handshaking that counterattack. Get that shit off. This is 2 consecutive turns. Just get that shit off. I actually kind of care about some healing here. Closer. Can't tell if I'm doing something wrong, but all of a sudden my damage on it has just halted. Finally. All planes. It's naturally the easiest target. In the past, I feel like I've gone for Jar Jar and then realized halfway through that I had to go for an ass and barely won. At least as I recall. Alright, I don't really have any good Rebel Crowns yet. The crit chase is actually kind of nice for Chupio. I mean, this is light healing for CLS, minor healing for C3PO. Eh, screw it. It's a losable fight, but I think it's interesting. Kick your ass. I mean, this fight's very losable, and I'd say we're trending towards that right now. One of these years, I'll R9 CLS. Someday. Survive the chomp. What happened with my C3PO? I honestly never looked at him until like the very last second I saw he's at like 25% health. Okay. I think most of the work is cut out. I played this wrong last time. What was it? It said I didn't use handcuffs. I think. I mean, the tempo play is so nice though, but we were usually doing it during like Scoundrel Basic Reset. It's been so long. I don't know what I think. We could go for control game plan. Get out Balin or Atano. Oh yeah. That's not a fair fight at all. Seeing Grey Brothers on the GAC board is weird. I'm posting mine happily. We'll see in the match history whether Darth Revan's beating mine or not. I might give them another R9. GAC, yeah. Man, fuck, something doesn't sit right with me, Aaron. I'm throwing in some way, but I can't tell you exactly how. I'm just gonna say fuck it. See, I feel like if I want to be on this, maybe I just need to make dash faster. Because, like, this TM removal is resistible, right? So even if we go for, like, handcuff control plan, I don't know that it's a... Oh, fuck it. Eh. Yeah, I stand by my original thoughts. Just because it got weird and messy last time doesn't necessarily mean that it's wrong. Just fucking kill Afra. Usually this round's kind of reserved for JNL. "25% TMO and GM seems to be helping." It's weird because I think you could argue for both directions. If you're a Balin owner, I think there could be arguments for bailing Chrono and GM at the moment. But yeah, I'm posting about a 25% TM right now. Ma'am, I'm Merciless Massacring. Go away. Well, that's a Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon. Fucking got him. Okay, I don't really give a shit about... I'm just gonna choke just so that I can get rid of fourth. And the other stuff, I guess. That also helps. Why am I lagging so badly? Holy fuck. My computer's dying. Okay, what the fuck is happening? I don't know if it's visible on the stream at all. Shit's freezing every other second. Makarov is dead, right? No, it's not. I gotta look. It's Marauder, right? So we actually kind of have to respect the whole business. Stacking defense off buffs. Gimme. I actually would have liked to have had speed up on after. Because we're kind of just about to waste it. With how many turns we're feeding to Basil, I was considering giving her tank tech. That actually might be correct. Interesting. Okay. Now what? More or less. I just kind of want some crit chance. Interesting assist. Rizzy Pen, but very few damage stats. No free attack follow-ups. Set the stagger and grab extra fear, I guess. Fish for death mark. Hit the death mark. Double hit the death mark. Kill the blessed person. And they never played the video game. I thought I had Fast Malik. Maybe I don't. So it would seem. Behold. Some bullshit. I'm gonna miss 2 doubts. Oh. Just 1. If we can get the kill with Afro, we can top our banners back off. I cannot say the same for the rest. One, two, three, four. I haven't done Gas against Tuscans in a while. Can I fucking... Okay, confirm not arc lead. Is Armor Pen ever queued here? Hey, boo. What? The 25% turn meter is causing him to lose his momentum before our first turn. Oh, that's actually making shit so nice for us. Owie. The gas is back to you're in. Oh, it looks like I'm on the way to doing it, so. Just give it a second. And then they came back. We just have to increase our cooldowns and pray. I should just be dead to dots. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Snow's back. I don't gotta have that modded. Like, we could overkill these last few teams, but is that it fun? There's 6 teams left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what to think about Grievous against Qui-Gon. Actually, Enoch against Qui-Gon would be kind of sick, huh? Maybe Boss Nass, but I don't know if their damage is actually high enough. Who else could chill with Afro pacing? What about GG stat? The problem is my separatists suck ass. So the moment that it ever became like not an oppressive fight, I would imagine we kind of just get rolled. I need to upgrade back there. It's so fucking badly someday. Like, it's not a priority because it's just GG stat, but we end up using him enough. And like, at one point, am I just lying to myself to not do it? Crit damage decent, not much health. Probably not much potency, and effort does give yourself tenacity. Guys, Guilty literally did the best of anyone that I fought this season so far. Nobody else has cleared me. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I have a great crown for this occasion. This! Yeah, but this is the real GI crown. Oh yeah, drop start. We can look after. Let's clear first. Okay, so what's the actual hope here? That we get in on Afra? And then what? She does her finger point, but doesn't gain turn meter. Is this a bad idea? Gotta run out of time. We have 25 minutes. You want to see me over? Okay, we could do it. That's the real content. Yeah, I did DR versus GM. I was gonna push all the wrong buttons. I'm just gonna fucking play hip hop. Matchup was competitive. Let someone remind me about that moment that I clear. I can talk about it. I wouldn't say I'm bullish on the matchup, but I don't feel unconfident. I think there's at least reasons to be engaged and like thinking about how to screw with your opponent. It doesn't see us against this. Maybe Grievous? Let me just get through top and shifts and then I'll see it. Make sure nothing loses. I guess. I imagine at some point his team removal would like get the best of him. Maybe Hux will die. JML against Afra is like a little bit spicy, right? That's the best I got, I guess. Hey, appreciate the raise, Swamp Grass. How's it going, everyone? Welcome. Okay, I haven't used lessons on JML yet, have I? I don't think. What's up, Barrett? Right now I'm trying to just clean clear topside so I can maybe try some like Gungans against Qui-Gon, which I'd imagine is gonna land as overkill, but I guess I don't know. What if we just do Bo-Katan here? I don't want to do soon. Well done. Is it Paz or is it Paz has a sour relationship with DTMG? Something like this. They got Grit, they got TM, but I imagine we're pretty favored here. Wait until next week to try setting JML. I needed reassurances on the Ahsoka counter. Because like if it happened to C without Bane can't lose, and there is a situation where I could just like checkmate myself, and that's, you know, I'm eager to test, but that's just kind of failing to do due diligence. Also, keep in mind, I'm not like entirely serious about posting JML. It's more so just that I think it's vaguely interesting. With how good my defense is, I really just need to be climbing ranks more than anything. Also, is it just me or is this like slightly up? A little bit better. This is the one that, like, ostensibly can lose. Need to look at setting JML. Unless you're, like, exactly copying my defense, I don't really recommend it. Good dodge. The double attack makes up for it slightly, but it's still not dead. Did we beat Scimitar last time? I think so, yes. Don't know what that means. I guess we'll find out. Slight waste the ability block, I guess. Okay, but why do you look a little bit appealing, actually? We'll try that this time. Farewell. Who did I just cast heal on? That's label. That too. I don't think that mystical will matter, but he is about to die. Maybe it will matter. Well, that's an impressive throw. They said it couldn't be done. Why are people using a Leviathan today? I'm the last person you should ask. Breach. Wait, my muscle memory went for E, which is where Slave 1 was. I didn't entirely misplay. I just should have checked because it was in reinforcement slot. Oh well. Unfortunate. Dodge. The heal does give us a little bit more TM. That punishing one is very unpunished right now. I guess. I don't usually play it this way. I usually get the Mark one out. Wait, I kept fear on him to try to stop the death mark. Why did he suddenly decide it wasn't real? The fuck? Sir? Debts? Can debts unproc fear? Maybe. That'd be a really cool interaction if that's what happened. It's the dumbest part of fleets. I mean, if you're worried about stupid shit happening in fleets, you should take them seriously. I just choose not to. As a roof here. I don't know. I don't hate that. I think it's cool for now. If it like decided a match, then I'd be like, eh. I was playing exact. I went for Sunback. You can't gain TM here. That doesn't mean the stun isn't annoying. I've been dodged on every single fight so far. What a game mode. Wait, where's the shielding coming from? I feel like I should have just slammed AoE. That's like the highest value Phantom I'm ever gonna have. There's probably not aiming for Sasha, but I imagine we'll be fine. Okay. That is the last reinforcement, right? Insane gameplay. Wait, how did we go before Leviathan? Isn't Leviathan pretty much... Oh, the Leviathan got the kill shot. I guess why. Weird. Okay, have I fucked around too many banners? Guess I should check. 1649 plus 216. We're pretty fine. Can I lose one? Especially Qui-Gon. Yeah, but I potentially want to lose Qui-Gon. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, I wouldn't say I want to lose, but I want to try a fight that might. If I just like see some of the Tuskens, that gives me a few extra banners. Alright, screw it. Is the solo just clear? That's not what I said. I said I wanted to try some fights. I didn't say it was hard to beat. Actually, getting the link off is technically a bit risky. I feel like Qui-Gon could probably do fine here, but they will technically preload with some momentum. I don't want to try Gungans. Kind of want to try Bad Batch. Problem is they can technically get through the generated pretty decently. Pure cowardice mode. Nylas might just die to DOS then. No protection regeneration. So pause. Pause generates a fuck ton of momentum. I know what. Is Padme the lazy answer here? Probably. Less than 5 minutes. Want me to wait here for 2? Oh, some complicated relationships with time. How do they ignore Mace Taunt just now? Gungans would work. I don't really know Gungans on offense at all outside of the Balin fights that I've done. Like, I'd imagine they do, but I can't say for sure they do. Like, their damage output just seems questionable. Family guilty. What the fuck was I gonna talk about? Was it grandmothers? You tried? Dude, I got you. You literally did better than anyone else so far. Not anyone else might. We'll have to see. Also, guilty. I don't know if you were. I don't even know if I said. The job I did pre-stream, it was just the tenacity potency run. The crit damage put some decent pressure on Marin, but my Asajj, like, got a couple of heal turns. Yeah, what's up fairly quick. Okay, what was... I was gonna say for... Oh yeah, did you use DR on Grey Brothers at all? Part of what I was saying here is... Yeah, I took Morgan to Relic 9 for the season, gave her Omicron, and then gave her... It's actually not the best modding. I meant to give her better. I meant to go... triple defense set, because right now she's 360 speed, but if you want to go before Darth Revan, you've got, like, what, 30 on the speed lead? So you could cheat down to, like, you know, what, let's say the average Revan's gonna be, like, 340, 345, but then if you want to be careful, you plan for, like, 355 or 360 freak shit. So you could cheat down to, like, mid-340s. And I'm pretty sure you can do that with triple defense set. I believe the tenacity router known. What's the tenacity for? Just like fast Malik with shock opener? Because the Darth Revan squad cheats a pretty good amount of potency. I don't know. I know. Well, let's see. If we're talking about the first Malgus shock, I don't think there's any. It's just on ferocity, right? It's 40% potency per stack. They get up to like plus 20% potency on some turns, but like turn 1 is just going to be 40% to Malik. If we're talking tenacity plus defense plus protection, maybe, but holistically, I'm just going pure defense and protection right now. If you deny Deathmark, or like even if they manage to get the Deathmark, it's not doing that much because your health is low and your protection is high. Or thank you for Dark Ray. I was looking at her a day or two ago. She's out on 5v5, right? The Malik Talon? I don't remember Wampa's relationship with C Malik, but I feel like Wampa ended up beating that, but it might be Crown season dependent. Like, I could have been during a protection up season for Wampa. You say stuff's bone after, though. I feel like I've fought C Malik with Afra before, and she did not seem to care. I might be thinking of, like, C Savage Talon? Oh, yeah, Sith Rain. She's one of the more interesting releases that we've seen. Like, when I look at the kit, or if we're talking 5v5, I think I'm hoping to beat this with JML still. I think my hope is that JML can still maybe beat this, but that it's hard. Because JML used to have skill check matchups. It was a lot of fun. Bane beats a lot. I mean, what the fuck does Bane not beat? She doesn't have critical damage increase. Or, that's the wrong CD. She doesn't have cooldown increase immunity. So yeah, like, you could just Is it off SLK is postable? I mean, nothing is postable if you take that attitude. The question isn't is SLK postable. The question is how low can you go to beat him? I mean, if we're talking 5v5 though, that should might not matter. It's 5v5. And there aren't any like power teams on defense right now for the most part. Maybe Ahsoka Fulcrum, maybe Great Mothers somehow, like, really kind of doubt it. Yeah, I'm hoping beyond hopes. Bane will be SOK plus rating. It's fucking me up reading that because I'm not reading, like, I know this is Ray, but I still read it as, like, GL Ray. If we're talking 3v3... It's weird because I don't know, like, if you cut Hux, that's a bit spooky, and if you cut a tank, that's a bit spooky. I don't know if, like, Hux plus Ray and you just go tankless? She's an attacker, so she doesn't get a TM preload. The true damage is less than Ray, but in 3v3 it's still decent because it's the 3 or 4 person split. In 3v3 you just split? I've got slots on the board that I could be, like, in the market for, but... Or, like, Enoch is, I don't think, a hard sell. Seer, I'm not all that sold on either, but it seems okay. Maybe not hard sold on this. Like, what would that actually look like, though? Like, I remember turn meter. You won't get any TM on the TM reset, but I guess you just hopefully... Any version of crew in the lead slot, he is called to assists. I mean, crew, not a damage dealer, but it's still like halt tempo. There are worse feats. I guess, like, what's the worst case scenario for this team on defense if you post it with SLK? JKL armor? Shock to be dispel the resistance, but it only lasts one turn. I guess my biggest concern for Ray in 3v3 would be if I want to post this, okay, I need to make damn sure that I have Leia accounted for. I know some people have been running Bane against Leia and seeing success, but I don't know if that's, like, targeting dependent. If it's not targeting dependent, then you Bane Leia, you JML against Amidala, and you fucking chill from there. Post SLK. What if you want to post JML? What if you want to post AGL? see against Ahsoka. Cal lead Barris Jolie. I guess Amidala. Yeah, that'll do. Life feels like a damage question. I haven't really played it ever since Banecron expired. I think I tried it once after Banecron expired, got rolled, and was like, I don't need to workshop this. I've seen enough. I just wanted to post 9 GLs. Part of the issue there, I guess the only real reason that I have for that right now that I can think of is you gotta hold someone for Ahsoka. Is that true? Insight. I mean, there's Magna cheese, but I'm not using that shit. I want to attempt Treya versus Ahsoka. You've seen R9 handle JMK with the R9 Treya? Like JMK non-cat, or what are you talking about? I mean, you don't have a taunt, so are you just like praying that cat doesn't nuke someone? That sounds as unreal as it can get. What the fuck? Doesn't Treya literally have prio? I didn't see Ahsoka go. We did not fight at Ahsoka. Sack set. We are fighting at Ahsoka this time. Nando's Leia Fulcrum. I don't know how I feel about Leia Fulcrum. I don't know if that sounds real. I really like the idea until you realize how fast she loses the taunt ignorn. I think there should be a tier above Kyber that's the top 1,000. I think I would say it should be smaller at this point than 1,000. And I would only really care about it if it introduced rule changes. Like, in my opinion, Galaxy of Heroes is very mid-game focused right now, and that's fine. But I would like to see some sort of system to help the end game manage how many teams there are. Specifically more for 5v5. I think 3v3 is fun. What kind of rotations would you look for? I am personally of the opinion that I think rotation could be implemented in the game now and not be dog shit. As long as it's only done for the top X number of players. Hi. I don't have enough credits, but health, protection, defense, tenacity, no speed though. Tenacity's not really a hit. So technically it's just a 2-match. Ban factions? I don't know if you ban factions. And the problem is I don't know that 3v3 really needs it. I have heard some people say that they feel it's a cheese meta, but CCG going down the banning route again? I think they absolutely won't. Because of the outrage. Right? Literally everything that they've been doing right now has been in response to that outrage originally. And I was one of the people who was outraged when it happened originally. But I think Galaxy Heroes was in a very, very different place back then to where it was now. I think CG was CG was thinking ahead when they did it originally, but it was like taking away fresh new teams that people had just gotten, and that felt really bad. Or in my case, it was like, well, shit, I'm like a low GP account in this guild, and the only teams that I could use to contribute just got banned, so now I'm just like dead weight, and that feels really bad. The scenario that I think it can make sense now. Let's say you take top 100 GAC or top 500, some arbitrary number, whatever number feels most comfortable to you, and you put them in like a Beskar league. And then you say, okay, right, we have the release cadence where like 1 year after a character goes out, it becomes turbo farmable, right? You get the double drop rate. And then let's say 3, 4, 5 years after a character is released, they become eligible to get rotated for like a month. And then every month, that's a different rotation. Well, maybe every 2 months because it's one spar mode. Right, like, the reasons why rotation stuck back then, Galaxy Heroes is like, what, 10 years old or some shit at this point? Like, would somebody who's in... Benny would have said it right. So stick with me here. Let me... If you're somebody who's in top 200 on the leaderboard, and then CG says, hey, just a heads up for this month, Jedi Revan's banned. Is that really gonna, like, cause a riot? It's only worse than the logic someone who has everything. Motherfucker, I'm talking about people in the top 200 of the GAC leaderboard. On average, that's someone who has everything. Or worst case scenario, they don't have the newest teams, but that's why I'm saying for years old characters. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying, yeah, Ahsoka becomes eligible to be banned like 4 months after she just got released at everyone's farmer. That too lazy to design stuff for those people? I mean, that might be, but like, you know, at some point you would think that that might lead to a loss of money. The gauntlet is shrinking, etc., etc. If that's your argument, then it's the same argument that would get applied to like a Beskar league, and then what the fuck are we even talking about? This is being contrarian for the sake of. Simplest fix is just to add Hyper League with a bigger board. Yeah, but no, it's not a fix. It's not even a band-aid. It would have been a band-aid like 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago, let's say, because that's when it got most egregious. At this point, like, what is it even achieving? You still have more teams than you have slots. Banning period? No. I'm not saying a banning period. I'm saying that CG issues, like in card games have what's called a rotation, where every season it's like, hey, X cards are not considered legal, right? So I'm saying, let's say, set 20 releases, Beskar League is released, and then if you're in the top 200 or 500 or whatever the fuck number, see, the problem is because Kyber 1 has kind of shrunk, and the number of people who have enough teams that it wouldn't be as big of a problem is kind of shrunk. The size of Beskar would have to be like calibrated. So I would say, let's say like 200 or whatever the fuck the number is. So you say, okay, for the top 200 people, any character that's like 3 to 5 years old is eligible, but this month we're choosing like JKR, DR, fucking so on, right? Everyone practically is Beskar League now. Kyber 1 has a huge range in quality. This is what I'll say. I'm saying this as someone who, like, the title kind of doesn't mean shit to me. Like, if people just want, like, the Beskar League title as, like, a show of results or being meaningful or say that you're good at the game or whatever, I don't give a fuck. So I'm not really weighing it in that way. I'm more saying it as in, like, has most everything they need to compete and is also willing to do some work on, like, counter research. I'm looking at it as, like, a practical filtering for, like, who would be a good candidate for rotation to be applied to and not have it be a dogshit experience. Because the reason why I'm talking about rotation, Datacrons was CG's response to originally trying to add rotation to everyone hating it. But the problem is, the reason why a board expansion isn't going to matter, the reason why Datacrons aren't good enough, is because we have so many goddamn teams. And you can artificially lift some stuff, but like, look at the Datacrons that we have right now. If the Datacrons aren't just like egregiously strong, then you aren't elevating teams enough to just not break the original counters. And when you have to like try to sell defense teams that have to try to cover for everything that gets printed, and then you consider that CG now has this season eras system where they're consistently pumping out new teams, the issue is only on track to get worse. And like, to be fair, the season era system, we were already like softly on that if you just like look at the old marquee schedule. But this is more so saying, like, you know, there would be some times where it was like we would go through like 4 or 6 weeks and not see a character. This is more so saying like, no, we're kind of conveying like there will usually always be a character at least every 4 weeks. Arizona Interactive released the same amount of characters as the marquee last year. I heard it was like slightly increased. I think what was significant last year was that we saw more event characters, right? Big Word is an actual fix. It would still be a nice change. It would need to come with band-aids to cause less time elsewhere. I think the problem that will always exist at the core of Galaxy Heroes is the current state of mods. How do you tell this do make or break that like we would need to see sub-equivalent and in-game tools for free? And even then, a lot of people aren't willing to learn how details even if they can't afford it. Okay, my actual dream requests. I don't think this is like perfect, but it would at least be a start. Take the character page, take this mod section, and then add like a tab that just says like a GAC and TW. Which is effectively asking CG to double the storage cost per character and do a bunch of fucking work, but at the very least, it would embrace the idea that the game has Omicrons that work differently for different modes. Maybe you have a third loadout that's like generic default in like PvP or PvE raid, whatnot. Till they add raids and make anyone any more time sinks. What if it's like, what if it was something like in territory battles, once you've beat a combat mission, I don't know what the magic number is. Once you've beat a CM without losing any characters like 20 times, it becomes simmable. What then? How would you feel about that? Like, how many CMs are you playing right now? We'll start there. There's a decent amount to chew through here. Was that J1 body for him? Oh. I don't remember what he had on. I'll go back and check in a sec. Limiting number of usable factions can make a meaningful quantity decrease. I'm trying to avoid the situation that got CG so much ire originally. Like, I don't know that you could do that system. Because, like, if we're talking anywhere between the mid-game and the end-game, you create a scenario where someone could farm a fresh team, or a team that's fresh for them, just finish it, and then have it banned for the next 2 months, and that would, you know, not be a good experience. It would feel pretty fucking awful. So that's why I'm trying to head so much around like, well, you know, top 200 Kyber, you know, probably didn't just farm Jedi Revan. Or like, I don't think that you could reasonably do that for. I mean, maybe for TW Gauntlet, but TW Gauntlet doesn't too much right now. Yeah, this is for Quinn Amidala. Slash defense. I mean, honestly, Quinn Amidala didn't really seem to demand it, so I would say more so for defense. I just haven't committed. Mid game is fine. I agree. Mid game is probably the best it's ever been. I would have to imagine. It sounds incredibly fun. Like, there's a world where, like, if I could just snap my fingers and just, like, have somebody do chores on my main account that I could just, like, go make a mid-game account, I honestly might. But there's no fucking shot that I'm gonna, like, give up on my main account. But also, holy fuck, man, someone pointed out to me that, like, mid-game account kind of doesn't mean much anymore. Where, like, ever since Lightspeed bundles, what does it mean to be mid-game? That's, like, such a wide range. Like, we're almost at the point where it's solely just a question of Zetas, Omicrons, and mostly Mom. I mean, the ability mats matter significantly, but I guess ships don't really have catch-up mechanics. The older ships do now. I don't even know if I need to check this. If it hits speed, I may be interested. That is tough. I think I'm leaning towards no. I would want to see like speed or percent protection here. Like, who would it be for? If we're talking like Fulcrum with bonus turns or something like that. That or I guess flat offense. That's so fucking close to being a keep, but I think I do pass. The other problem that I like, not maybe, yeah, kind of a problem, is like if you make a big game account at this point and you're an end game player, that's like very very close to the idea of just smurfing. But the hope would be that because you're willfully taking on, you know, the disadvantage roster wise, that it becomes more like a challenge account than just like smurfing, right? Speed, health, defense, lock. Lower roll on speed, but probably still lock. I mean, wouldn't say there was smurfing in this game. Wait, is this really? Oh, there's no fucking way. Yeah, this is more like it. Not a long list, but that doesn't mean I have to. Yeah, we'll still keep it for now. OSBs are kind of killing the game. How though? The game needs catch-up mechanics. Like, that's just straight up. Double percent plus 5 speed, but it's 2 flats. No percent defense on a defense set is kind of. Well, to be honest, actually, have I thought about? I thought about 7 dots on the event server a little bit. Lightspeed bundles existing is the reason why I'm not like tinfoil at all. But I feel like if there was ever an argument for why 7 dot mods could be coming, it would be because CG is thinking about catch-up mechanics. And the moment that 7 dot mods exist, the mod playing field starts to flatten in some really fucking cool ways. At the very least, speed will democratize. We get a relic tentative of freedom of R94 mods. Okay, but ask yourself this. Well, okay. I agree that like endgame accounts are kind of dangerous to the point where they're just like R9ing everything. When I say endgame accounts, I mean the Kraken accounts. So pacing wise, I agree that it makes sense for that to happen soon. But if CG is focused on the mid game, then CG has to be asking themselves, how do we help people catch up on like a massive speed deficit or a stat deficit? Decent start. I don't hate it. That wasn't exactly the vibe I was hoping for. I might keep you unlocked for now. Triple mesh, speedless, 10% protection, dome. So instead of 7 dots for extra rolls, it just big increase the current stats. Would it just be a translation of the 6 dot system, you'd imagine? 7E applies some modifier to existing stats, and then D through A, you get 4 more rolls, maybe some recalibrations. Yeah, alright, I guess. You win. You could stay. You, however, are pushing it, I think. I like these 3, but I would have liked to see percent defense. Even if this has percent defense, I'm not sure. Good thing it did not anyway. Would have liked to seen speed. It doesn't have percent health, but still. I don't know. My heart says pass. Get attracted by shiny things. Well, in my case, God defense mods are the shiny thing. Until CG releases a bunch of armor shred characters to spite me. Then I will be sad. That was close, but it was 2 low rolls. Almost. Also close. Man, the roll quality in these two is good, but fails in the last half. Welcome. Yeah, it should. What the fuck? I hit sell, I thought. Like for all bulk and speed, percent offense is also welcome. And if it has percent offense, then like flat offense opens up. I think this is a keep. Yeah. So the logic is like, if it's a diamond, I've started to gain some appreciation for flat defense here. Is there anything interesting worth watching in today's match? I don't remember what I did. Star Killer against CA Ray. As versus Java was off stream, but it was pretty bog standard. I don't remember what else is on the board, but it's just. So, like, the logic of what I'm farming is, like, the protection here is not necessarily bad, but, like, yeah, I would have liked to have seen speed, percent offense. Tenacity is a janky one, but I kind of consider it to be a positive sometimes. I wouldn't say I'm, like, looking for it, but just generally well scaling mods, let's say. Fuck yeah. Ooh. Defense is a little bit low, but absolutely. I mean, it's defense double health on a speed. So really the question is... I mean, the problem is health is like one of the worst flats. If it was like defense, I'd maybe say this is a sell. If it was defense, or if we see like percent protection, I would keep. Yeah, I've farmed so many goddamn defense mods. I kinda need to flip over to farming slicing materials now. CG lifting 5 values with 7 dot mods. Yeah, I think 7E would continue the percentage scaling and give flat like one last boost that you would expect to just see like eventually fall off. And then I'd imagine like the reason why I think the current status quo has lasted so long is because I think CG actually really likes it. It feels like well balanced and healthy that, like, you know, the secondary numbers can get pretty good but not overbearing. The 10 roll plus recalibration system is like pretty good but not overbearing. The R9 system benefiting tanks more than attackers like works pretty well. Like, it's possible that if we do see Relic 10, that it would just be some hybrid of Relic 8 and 9, that it would like still be better for tanks bulk stat wise, but then like attackers would get more mastery type shit. But offense in CC would need a big for 7. What's wrong with crit chance? I like crit chance. I don't really view it that way. Crit chance is the sort of thing where either a character needs it or it doesn't. I mean, one mod being able to give you like 10% is pretty fucking practical right now. More so, I would say, like, okay, so what if it's a mod, like, do I have anything that fits this description? Right, so, like, right now, if we're interested in, like, offense secondaries, bulk primaries, there just isn't enough slices to go around to grab the last 2 hits of offense and the last 2 hits of crit chance. I don't really care about the crit chance scaling so much as getting more chances at rolls on mods like this. Right? Mod like this. Easy case. Low rolls. Well, that's my issue. That's not a system issue. But yeah, like, if I'm talking about defense, who am I thinking? Oh. Like, Cal's a decent example. Not really on that basis, but it would be a fun art item. But yeah, right, like, you look at the mods, you see the priority. Mods that would be interesting. I don't know. I feel like the current system doesn't really like need a new mod set. We just need to see the current system brought to its natural conclusion. Giving competitive players a reason to farm different mods again from what they farmed before sounds like a CG thing to do. Well, that's exactly where I'm going with 7 dot. Like, with a theoretical 7 dot system, I got a few examples like this. Yeah, with a 7 dot system, mods like this would be kind of dog shit. This, I mean, in a weird way, this is almost like a bad example just because it is like cohesively doing something. Whereas, like this, right? If well, the moment mods can go to 7A, 3 things, like 4 things happen. A, people who slice just for speed will have most of their collection become dog shit. B, and technically C, the test of a mod will be 2 things. A, what stats does it have on it? Because you're going to have 15 rolls. Well, 12, if you don't count the base 1. You're going to have 12 rolls to place. So, like, if you're a Kraken account that has, like, fucking 325 plus or whatever, all that's really happening is, A, if you have 325 plus, you would throw away probably, I'd imagine, like 50 to 75% of it to look for the mods that actually like work well now, and then B, the benefit of having spent that much money on mods is you probably have a pretty good backflow collection of mods that would like you would still have a bunch of diamonds in the rough sitting around to like scale up, but they would still have an advantage. But the point is, it recontextualizes mods because I think most people still just speed hunt. I do see a lot of players doing stat work now, which makes me happy. But right, so like what I'm doing right now, a lot of what I'm doing is just like I'm just auditing myself like this. It's like, okay, defense set. Technically, you can do like this plus this and shut this off, but I've actually found that it's way more informative to do. Like, if you want, you can really just like turn this on. Okay, like the full 4x trifecta, or like maybe for some tanks you prefer this, or what you prefer. Well, for protection primary, it's like that or tenacity or whatever the fuck. You get what I'm saying, right? Like, what if I check this? Okay, I only have one mod like that, period. Or it's like this. And we have 4 mods like that, period. So what is a god mod? When a mod would have, at minimum, 12 chances to roll speed, 6 recalibrations, and I have not really talked about this publicly yet. You know how everybody hates that you can reroll the same stat? I want you to come with me for a minute. I assume if you're here, a lot of you know a lot of the original theory that I put out about, like, how to slice mods and all that. Let's say a mod like this. Well, maybe this is not the best example. Come on. I know you're out there. Yeah, here we go. Those players don't have the resource to justify recalibrating past 40. Hang on. Stick with me here. Okay. So this is a 6A mod. Let's say. And the other thing we don't know is whether or not recalibrations, if 7 dot were to ever happen, would you get more recalibrations? If you didn't, if the 6 is all you have, well, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's just say the 6 is all you have. Okay, this mod can go to 7A. So let's say defense goes to 5. And then the perfect example that I'd be going for would be like, okay, let's say health also goes to 5. Under the current rules, if this stat is maxed and this stat is maxed, you could start putting recalibrations on speed, and you would have a 50-50 to reroll back to speed and actually try to juice up its speed. Now, you would never do this for like your first several years of working with the 7-dot system. But that would be the final fate of mods. So, like, if you're like, damn, this mod is so fucking good, but the roll quality was low, you could ping pong stats back to themselves once the mod is meaning. Right, this mod, if you try to do that right now, it's a 25% chance. If a mod is like fully 7-dotted out, it could go up to like a 50% chance per recalibration. That also opens up the weird consideration that, like, I mean, I'm never going to spend a recalibration on this mod anyway, and I'm absolutely not advocating everybody to do this. I'm considering not even like saying it at all, but fucking for the sake of conversation, there's a world where you should bank recalibrations if you think that 7 dots are coming. Which, granted, when we got 6 dots, we got 60 way before we got 7 D3A, or 6 D3A, right? I'm not advocating anybody do this, but it's funny to think about. Or CG could make, 6 dot recalibrations only work for 6 dot and blah blah blah, right? It's just such a weird, it would change the system so fundamentally that I think a lot of accounts would have to really, really reconsider how they farm mods. What consists of a good mod? Like this mod would like gradually, eventually, under the 7 dot system, this would become like a pilot mod or soul. I mean, I don't have enough pilot mods already as is, so it definitely wouldn't be sold for me. But like on that level, right? The best you could say is okay. It's got defense plus defense primary. Like the roll quality is so bad, the stat rolls are so bad that it would just fall the fuck off over time. Rudder is just low. If you reach 300, I feel like you're on vacation or some shit. I've never had a problem with the cap, to be honest. What I am having a problem right now is with all the bulk farming work that I've been doing. Holy fuck, I'm just out of slice mats. It's so bad right now. Also, yeah, roll quality. I'm not trying to be like super hyper picky about roll quality, but especially because I have so few. Like that's what's fucking with me. Right? It's like if we're talking defense set, health primary, defense protection, speed secondary, I have 1 cross, 1 triangle, 1 arrow. That shit needs to change. That I'm not really in a position to be like, ew. The defense rolls are low. But I would also like to be in a position where I just put in the work, farmed a bunch of really good bulk mods. I can actually start to be like, well, you know, that mod served its purpose, but it's kind of bad for me. I don't know, but I don't know what 2025 holds for this game. I agree that like Relic 5 seems decently likely, but I don't know if it necessarily has to be Relic 10. Oh, yeah, I was gonna look for recalibrations, but fuck man. Okay, here's a perfect example. When I'm saying like technically you're incentivized to wait to calibrate until 7 dot, I'm like like what, I could try to like fish percent defense over to speed. I think that's a strong argument. There's like, no. Leave this mod the fuck alone. If 7 dot ever comes, you'll have cheap recalibrations after you've taken it to 7A and you have chances for these these stats to naturally fill up to 5 roll that you just get better odds to hit what you want. I see no reason with questioning that logic. But also, yeah, if mods are ever able to go to 7A, and like we bought about these 5 stats, best case scenario, this is a 22 speed, but then you could just ping pong. That shit could just work. I haven't really used this stat at all. I kind of need to use this more. But no, I don't think so. I want cheaper calibrations of the new defense sets. I just can't even bring them to 6-star right now. I might just save them. Streamer local abuse can wait for another day. Sure. You can fuck around with some rivals. I don't know. If it's Relic 10, I don't know if I would say I'm disappointed, but like, it would kind of just be, when a new progression system comes out, the fun initial rush is A, is it impactful? B, can you do interesting decision making to get ahead early or catch people out early? But due to the nature of the relic system, I don't imagine it would actually matter all that much nowadays. Tier 14 would set everyone back to square one. I'm still kind of like to what end. I guess it could like add more speed or something, but I think we're kind of past the gear system. I think that was kind of was the point of relics. Let's see how my aim is. I mean, game necessary base stat boost. Well, here's the problem: is part of why gear progression used to matter is because reaching the next tier made those stat gains matter for mods. Well, with the relic system, that's a thing of the past, right? Relics just work with mods anyway, so it's not like reaching relic like gear 14 would mean like, oh, all of a sudden all these relics can scale with health. They just do it anyway. Yeah, let her guilty. Yeah, I agree. Progressions do. I need to keep in mind that I can cock while sprinting. Hello? I'm definitely worse than yesterday. Oh yeah, I never figured out if that's just point and click or not. I did not aim well. .43 accuracy, only 2 kills. Less than ideal. Okay, so what's his deal? So that's point and click undodgeable. I actually can't tell. Oh, this silences him? Interesting. So if he hits you, then the second is guaranteed. It's got like a little bit of homing, but it's bigger than a punch, but I have it. Okay, so it's got a bit of auto aim, but smaller than most. How fast could he actually kill it? E? Is it not alphabetical? So even with all of that, he still doesn't kill. Oh, but he might have melee cancels. Nope. Yeah, his kill pressure on you is not that high. It's just like consistent pressure over time that you can't really dodge. Just the grab, and even that early. Maybe I need to be doing this a lot more, actually. Just like proper run and gun. There's something to that. It actually creates a little bit of a gameplay loop. I like. My character can't do anything meaningful anyway, so I might as well just be a bit more mobile. Which I think even when I'm sprinting, I think my move speed is actually just the same as some characters, like fucking Mantis. So if I just hold sprint, it actually just keeps auto sprinting the moment that it can. That's not shabby. I'll mess with that. Kind of fun. Gives her a bit of rhythm. But it only gives you 210 points out of 2400. Where does the rest come from? I would just like it refreshes. Okay. Last hits, damage, playtime, headshot kills. Headshot kills easier said than done. I'm almost a little bit surprised that this mode has a one character limit. What the fuck? That wasn't nothing. How did that mine just hit me after I super jumped away? It's not bad. Like, it's actually throwing people off. I don't know. That actually could matter in some cases. This fucking Mantis, dude. I will do unspeakable things with this Mantis. It's like they knew. Also, yeah. Had 8k damage for some reason. Oh fuck. Wait, where's my fucking grapple kick? Fucking missed it. Okay, why do I still not have it? What the fuck? Wait, can you just leave the moment that I Why can't I jump? What the fuck can't I jump? That Psylocke is like trying to find me, I think. I could not hear their footsteps at all. Wait, why are they literally silent? What the fuck? Is that a bug? Huh? Even the kill cam made no noise? Okay, unironically, there's a world where I might just make my sprints a toggle. Now that she has the stamina change. Just kidding. Why is my kick on cooldown when I never use? What the fuck? Is that why I haven't had it in past fights? Alright. I was warned of it's over. So the question I have is, can you get multiple mastery completions for a single mission? Like, at a 35 kill game yesterday, could I? And one of the challenges is get 30 kills. Would that count twice if I was at 25? Because in theory, if you're trying to grind mastery, it could mean that certain modes are better or worse for it. I heard a knock, but where the fuck? That's unfortunate. I should have gone straight for the kick into ult. Their midnight is doing the best right now. I feel like I've been killing the Onks pretty diligently. Storm's really good now. Yeah. I would say they overbuffed her. I genuinely can't tell which character is which. We're just gonna overbuff into overnerf. I think overbuff into where she should be is my expectation. It's either that or her damage aura ends up being like a long landing or long lasting demon. And she gets nerfed multiple times. My stun kick bugged out again. Love to see it. impressions of the new characters. I think they need to stop designing every support as just having like a AoE my team can't die ults. That's getting old real quick. Like, ask yourself this. Would Invisible Woman's ult be any different if it didn't have the invisibility? I think right now the answer is no. Like, the heal over time is just so stupidly strong that, like, what does it matter whether you can see them or not? Again, my kick is bugged. I shot him in the head and only... He's at 425. I shot him in the head. He's at 200? I guess that tracks. What the fuck? Did I leave Oregon on? It says 44 ping. I told you the images are right. Oregon is off. It's something to do with the netcode or something. Because I'm hitting the kick, getting the confirmation sound, but then the grapple just never is offered. Like, it's fine in practice range. I don't know, if there's any feeling that I have on Mr. Fantastic is that I feel like they made him a bit too... Like, his damage isn't high enough to be, like, a problem. They just made it, like, hyper accessible. Like, if I just throw a punch here, they literally just, like, it's so fucking forgiving. Like, Look at that. That seems a bit silly. But again, like, the damage is low enough that, like, it isn't that annoying. Like, that's the functionality he's supposed to have. It just seems like kind of a lot right now. It seems less skill expressive than I would like. Also, yeah, Jesus Christ, this character has so much shielding. This character does not need to be at 350 base health. Again, like, he's not a high pressure character. But yeah, like, why is his dash a point and click when, like, every other character I can think of is not? Dash, 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 dash. And then him is just randomly guaranteed no matter where you are. I think they just wanted to be, like, easy for anybody to play. I just get annoyed by certain characters where, like, when the floor is so fucking low that you know that. Or like this, it goes far and has an AoE, but at the very least, it's missable. Theoretically. Okay, it seems a little bit hard to miss, but it's still a skill shot. I have no idea what's going on with Black Widow today. It might just be because I'm more focused on the kick now. Like, I'm trying to integrate the kick more often, and so anytime that it doesn't do exactly what it says it does, it stands out more. Hmm. What is this, just like a lever? Why should it be that like the match is fun and I'm the one who hasn't loaded in? Cool. No, stay with Mantis. Okay, so mechanically speaking, so I could just hold shift. Dude, what I'm trying to, I need to just like practice this for like the next few days. I don't have any muscle memory for it right now. It's playing more like Call of Duty. I guess we're just giving up all ground. Oh, that was their Punisher. Wait, how are they 9-1 now? We had them on a contained spawn for like a minute, and then suddenly everyone ran away. If I hit that last shot, that's more like what I'm going for. Oh, I should have looked to see how it looks in the kill cam. Like, just doing anything meaningful for enemy POV. What the fuck are you? That takes 2 shots to kill? What? Fucking god. I'm not even in the fucking circle. What are you? Like, my kick just canceled itself. What the fuck? Hmm. Oh, he's 1 health. Yeah, my kick just expired again. It never came out. I didn't press anything to interrupt it. And the Spider-Man killed Hawkeye as well. I did what I could, man. Jesus fuck. How am I out damaging it anymore? I think I'm gonna stick to my 2 loss rule from League of Legends. I think I'm stopping there. Too many things are tilting me for no real good reason. How are we doing? Barely a done. Goddamn. Well, maybe it's gonna take a lot longer than I was hoping. I mean, it's what? We need 1400. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. More than I had considered. Alright. Stop it for now. I will maybe stream some more Rivals this evening. We will see what happens. Weekend was. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back next round. Peace.